Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to That Time I Got Reincarnated in Minecraft. So, last time, we started off with some mining, going to get the rest of the magic crystals we needed to get the demon steel and subsequently mithril that we needed, I guess I said that already, to make the race reroll scroll. And so we went through all that, we started with some mining, got a whole bunch of crystals. I say a whole bunch. It was actually fairly small amount, but it was enough to get the anvil and then the extras that we need to make the special flint to make the dark fire. Hold on a second. What happened here? Um, there were wooden support things making sure nothing bad happened, like walking off the edge, that are no longer here. Okay, then I guess that thing can burn stuff. Gotta be extra careful with that. Anyways, we did this multi-block thing, and we got the reinforced anvil up and running. So, we were able to make the race reroll thing. So, we're no longer a Dragonewt. We are now a lesser demon, which comes with its own problems, I suppose I'll say, where we no longer spawn in the overworld, we spawn in the demon realm. And, yeah. And, most of our powers come while we're in the other dimension. Like, we get a strength boost and whatnot. Only in that dimension, which is a bit sad. But we do get a different flight style that's less cool, but probably more reliable. And we're just like on par strength-wise with extra magicals, even though we're the bottom race. We're the bottom tier of this race rather than the evolved form that we had as a Dragonewt. Can I kill you? I can. Good. But yeah, that's about it. We went and killed some oh yeah, it's not it. We killed a bunch of otherworlders in hopes of getting an analyst skill, so I could just use the thing without making the whole multi-block for the advanced anvil or whatever it's called. But we didn't quite get the analyst skill what we were after, but we did get, where is it? Spearhead. So now if one of our subordinates dies, we can actually steal their skills. Which I mean, good way to do that, technically speaking, would to just be tame a bunch of Dragonewts and let them follow me into battle and let them go down. And I could steal the breath attacks, but I don't know if I want to do that. That seems a bit harsh. Though I do want more skills, it might be worth it. But we also don't take fall damage anymore, which makes that feather falling completely useless. But I'm so happy. Like, I don't even know how often I die from fall damage. It's a lot. It's most of my deaths, maybe. So that's a lot to, that's pretty good to have. Anyways, I sort of just ran away and started killing stuff without thinking about it. I did this for way too long yesterday. But, today, I don't know if we're actually going to get started on the evolution requirements for the demon race. Because we have most of them covered. Like, we already have all the subordinates we need, the levels we already have. Then we need a full set of demon steel tools. Which, thankfully it works like netherite, so that's only 5 demon steel. But that's still 20 magic steel ingots. But also, last time when I was doing the math, I forgot to take into account that you use these magic steel tools, which each take the normal amount. So, instead of 10, if I can do the math correctly, 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 21 bits of magic steel. Which is to say, 84. I need to mine 84 crystals and actually get it for every single one. So, that's a bit of a handful to cover right now. So I think I'll just work on that as I go. But today, I actually want to jump into one of the different magic mods we have. Just, like, fool around with something different for a little bit. That thing will also require some mining, but that's a bit better, easier handled. But I want to take a look at the Maho Sukai mod. If I can type it in correctly. There we go. This mod has some cool stuff where it has like its own mana system that you like build up as you use it. I think we need to make this. Or I don't think you technically need to make the knowledge compendium, but it's gonna be helpful because I don't remember everything that happens in this mod. So I just need some red dye. I do have some rose bushes. I don't think I have enough, so just grab some bone meal real quick. And then I need some paper. I think I have just enough left. Yep. And the leather is the easy part. So I can just... Oh, I didn't even need to grab that one. So just turn this into bone meal. Thank you, thank you. There we go. So now we can go ahead and make the knowledge book. I think I remember how to start some of the basics, but this mod is a very specific mod with how it works. Like, it's very... I don't know how it goes. Oh, the leather goes in the middle. Huh? Oh, this goes over here. Like, a very specific, apparently. So this is the Mahusukai Knowledge Compendium. There's a lot of information here. And a whole lot of stuff to look at. But, I think we'll start at the very beginning. Mahusukai. A Mahusukai, simply, is a magic user. And congrats, you are one such magic user. Let's first see how to draw a circle in blood. It's easy, just take damage and quickly use the keybind to draw a circle in blood on the floor. If successful, you'll see a blood circle on the ground and a mana bar, Mahu XY, somewhere on your screen. Note there is a dagger to damage yourself if you prefer. This thing right here, we're going to make this real quick. It's purple dye, a couple pieces of gold, and a couple pieces of iron. We're going to need a lot of iron, and a lot of other things. We don't have much iron, we have even less diamonds. On top of that, if I remember correctly, it uses... What do you use? I know you use quartz that we don't have, and you use ender pearls and eyes of ender. We're gonna have to go gather all of that stuff. What else? There's some cool stuff. I'm not gonna jump too far ahead, but we need stick. We need 2 pieces of purple dye. We actually have 3 for some reason. And we need 2 and 2. And now I need to remember what my keybind to do this is. So the dagger is made like this. I almost forgot how to do it. And let me check my keybinds real quick. I didn't actually have it set, so it's a good thing I double checked. So basically all I have to do is right click this, and then I press N, and there we go, become a Mahusukai. I have my fingers on the wrong buttons. Did I hit caps lock? I think I did, but I might have double clicked it. Anyways, we have this thing here. Now if I just punch it, it will go away. But we have up in the top left, you can see Mahu 100 out of 100. That's basically our mana bar. So at this point, this glyph, if we can continue on in here, mana. Using mana increases your maximum mana capacity over time. It's like exercising. You will naturally recover some mana over time, depending on how full your hunger is. Sleeping will regen a good chunk of your mana, and sleep is important, so sleep often. Performing magic, here's the part. To perform magic, we need a few things. Mana, optionally, depending on the recipe, a cloth, a blood circle, and 3 powdered catalysts. If the recipe is for a scroll, you'd put the cloth down first, and then draw a blood circle on top. Otherwise, simply put the circle on the floor. Take your powdered catalyst and right-click the circle to add them in. Then you can craft tuners, which I believe are just like batteries. These gems will store mana for you, and if you right-click while holding them, spells will automatically drop many gems into your person. Catalysts. Those are these 7 catalysts representing each of the known categories of magic. You get them by using a hammer or a mortar and pestle and smashing up the ingredients. Iron is used for boundaries, ender pearl for displacement, so like teleportation things, makes sense. Diamond for projection, emerald for exchange, trading I guess makes sense. Gold is mystic, quartz is intelligence, and ender eye is for mystic eyes. And here's where they deal with. There's a lot of information. I don't think I need to go through all of this. So basically, certain types of spells will require more of certain things, and each spell is made up of a combination of the 7 different catalysts. So, herein lies the problem. We need to go gather some stuff. But there's the hammer here. That's the simple thing. If I remember correctly, Yeah, you get 1 for every 1. And if you use the mortar and pestle, you get 2 of every 1 when you use it. But it's a bit more expensive to 3 diamonds on that piece, 1 diamond on that one, and some bricks. Bricks are easy, I can do that. But I am 1 diamond short, and I'm gonna need a whole lot more iron. So before we can go any further than that, I guess I'm jumping back down into the mines again. At least this time I'm only looking for base resources instead of like the whole magic crystals. But hey, I'm not going to turn down magic crystals if I find them. Where are you? There you are. There you go. But as is typically the trend so far in this series, I'm starting the episode down in the mines. I'll see you once I've gathered some iron and the like. Okay, so I've been down here for only a little while, but I did pick up almost 2 stacks of iron. And I found 2 veins of diamonds that together gave me 7, which isn't a lot, but it's enough to get started, I suppose. And now I'm just lost in this one little segment of cave and can't find my way out. So I think we're good to head back to base. I'll pick up this last bit of iron first. But anyways, while I was just like down here digging away, I decided to take another look at like the mining requirements for the magic crystals, as I found exactly 3 and managed to actually get 1. So 33% of the ones I just broke gave me it. So I was double checking the math on how likely it is to actually get the magic crystals once you mine up the ore. And there's like a whole calculation thing to it. But when we finally start racking in enough of it to start making the magic steel tools, we're starting off with the pickaxe. Because the pickaxe gives you a 25% extra chance to pick it up successfully. On top of the 20% chance we have from Analyst 1 with our dilettante ability. And then I believe it's 30% baseline. I have to look at it again. So, yeah. As soon as we pick up 9 more? As soon as we get 9 more pieces of Magisteel ore, we are going to make the Magisteel pickaxe. Also, you want to give it Silk Touch, because looking at it, it's a 40% chance to pick it up. We have an extra 20% from having Analyst level 1, so that brings it to 60. And then we get an extra 10% from Silk Touch and an extra 20% if we have a Magic Steel pickaxe. So all in all, if we get a Magisteel pickaxe with Silk Touch on it, we'll actually have a 90% chance to pick it up every time. So yeah, as soon as we get enough of them, that's what we're going for. Also, it looks like, and actually it has the exact levels of when it can spawn at too. So if I want to get a whole bunch of it, I might want to start strip mining from Y10 to 40. Anyways, I got a little bit distracted there looking at stuff that we're not focusing on right now. We're actually going to head back home real quick, and then we're going to... Where am I? I got, like, very turned around in my own home for a second there. Anyways, I'm just going to smelt up this stuff. You in there. 8. You in there. Again. 8. I'm failing miserably at it. Then I need sticks. And I'm going to need to go get 2 bricks. I don't think I have any clay, do I? That's marble. Nope. Guess I'm going to have to go find a river real quick and find some clay. Okay, I've got the clay. There was just some in a little pond down there. But I almost forgot. No, Gobiroo, no! No, Gobiroo! No! Really? You spawned in my house and killed my friend. You die. You die. Really? I hate that they can just spawn in here. Why can't they just spawn in my... I know I don't have walls because of because of Hanada, but really? Really, game? Worst part is, I wasn't even close enough to activate Spearhead, so he couldn't have given me his skills. If I had been close enough, I at least would have had a chance at lightning or thunder breath, but no, I had to be that far away. Dang it. Sorry, Gabiru, you will be missed. But I... I'm at a loss for words now, oh no. Anyways, I need to finish smelting some stuff up. Let me get the bricks and we mourn Gabiru as we wait for stuff to smelt. I think I forgot to say something. I think I got distracted by my friend dying. I don't think I actually got this out, did I? So it turns out I am only fireproof in the demon realm. Because obviously there's lava underground. I ended up accidentally taking a dip in it. It was like, I'll be fine. I was not in fact fine. It burned. It hurt. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Oh, you retaliator. I no longer have a way of dealing with you. What do I do here? I have no skills. Hold on, healer. V. Target marked with healer. Use virus on you. I don't think that will even kill you, though, is a problem. And it's going to be very slow if it does. And you don't take fall damage, so I can't even, like, trick you off the edge to kill you. So I'm just going to leave this dude suffering here for a moment, and, let's see if virus actually does manage to kill him. Hopefully it does. I don't think it will, though. Okay, moment of truth. He's down to just his last bit of health. It worked! Aha! Okay, then. Whoops, dropped my pen, getting my notebook out. I guess I gotta go over Retaliator. I didn't know if that was gonna kill him or not. That took a long time. But that's a pretty decent skill to pick up. I don't even know exactly how that works. I don't think I've gotten that before. I just know it's fairly strong. 1 second, let me pull it up so we can take a look at that together, shall we? Okay, I have it open now. So, Retaliator. Reflects direct damage taken to attacker in 5 blocks range. The unique skill Retaliator's cost scales with the player's own magicals. Ugh, words are hard. But the damage amount times the value scale. With various things, depending on your max magicals. Our max magicals, we have no idea what they are, but we can assume they're probably about 13,000, because that's where we max out our regen at. So, that's above the 10k threshold, so the value scale is 500. So at the cost of however much damage we were going to take times 500 magicals, we'll actually deal the damage back to whatever hit us? That's kind of interesting. That's, what does that mean? What's the max damage we could, send back towards whoever hit us? So our max magical is about 13. Basically, divide that by 2. Divide that by 500 will get you how many hits you can take. So in essence, half of 13 is, I don't know what I'm saying. I know how to do the math in my head, but I'm having a hard time translating it into words. Basically, 500 is how much it would cost us. 500 times 2 damage would be a 1,000. 13 times 2 is, we could knock back 26 attack damage coming at us. That's decent. Like, that means a Otherworlder's basically gonna kill itself on us if it hits us. Well, a normal one with, like, the 40 health. Berserker will take a lot more. But we'll be able to sustain a lot more. But sadly, that will go through a lot of our magicals very quickly. Can I turn it off? It's a passive skill. Retaliator. Yeah, I can turn it off. So if I just run over... What if I just let this night spider hit me a bit? 1305. it's doing... Oh, I am out of magicules. It was able to knock back 1. Okay, so, we used 8,000 magicules in one attack. So, that skill will be good if we get a whole lot stronger. Like, if our max magicule just starts to skyrocket, that will be really good. But as it stands, I might just have to turn that off for now. Because there are other things I would much rather use my magicals on at the moment. So that can go like that. We're slowly regenerating that back up. Heal up to regain food without eating. All that can go in here. Let's actually get back to what we were planning on doing, shall we? So the mortar and pestle, I believe it's like this. To get the mortar, not an emerald, although if I could make it out of emeralds, that would be so much nicer. Pestle. Put them together, get you the mortar and pestle. Yay! Ugh. Little bit of lag there. That is most of our diamonds, but iron's finally in a good position. I'll look at the silver going too. Let's just put that in there and just use 3 pieces of coal. It's fine. But there we go. We have the mortar and pestle, which means we can start putting catalysts together. So that's a good first step. Now it's time to see what sort of rituals we want to look at. Ley lines and the Fae, I have no idea how those work, so we'll get to those when we get to it, if we get to it. Mystic Code can hold 3 scrolls. Scrolls are certain spells that you put on things. Interesting. Decorative blocks, fog projectors for looking cool, mana circuits, store mana. I think you can put those together for some sort of like battery pack thing. I have no idea how some of this works, but some of it's good to know. But then after mana circuits, they're basically batteries, you get into boundaries. Most of these will inform you of something coming nearby, or keep things out of an area. Or drain the life of things in an area. How does this work? It drains 5 mana from the caster every 5 seconds, but it will take health away from... Hold on. For every health drained, health and hunger, or mana is restored to the caster, in that order according to the caster's needs. Okay, this one's actually interesting. So if I were to set up this boundary of drain, it will... and just fill it up with a bunch of mobs within 10 blocks, like a whole chicken farm, just slowly cycling chickens into this area, basically taking their life force and giving me mana. Interesting, that might be a decent way of getting mana. Because, using up mana and then getting more back to train it up. Interesting, good to know. Protective displacement, projectile displacement, a whole lot of stuff going on here. Displacement skills, I don't think I'm going to care about too much right now. What I'm in here looking for is something I do not remember the name of. Where is it? I'm looking for one of the skills that allows us to use mana and then exchange it away. Use mana and then get mana. We want some way to regen mana a lot faster, basically. I think it's one of the exchange skills. I don't remember which one. Damage exchange. Look at this one. When used, the player will convert damage taken into mana a set number of times, not time-spaced. It drains 40 mana on use. Okay, so don't take hits, instead drain mana. Chronal exchange. When placed on the floor, this circle will generate mana for 12 hours, centered on the time of placement. For the other 12 hours, it will drain mana from the caster, gems, or mana circuits. Okay, so that will take mana away from us, but then give us mana back during certain times. Durability, will you drop an item on it, and it will take durability away from that in exchange for mana given to you. That's a pretty nice one if I were to set it up. I think I can even set that up with like a chest above it or something. Catalyst exchange. I think this is one I want. When placed on the floor, this circle will convert any powdered catalyst on top of it into a new random powdered catalyst. And then it's just 3 powdered emeralds on top of it. I think I want to start with that one, because obviously I have so many emeralds that I don't even know what to do with them, and I don't have any ender pearls and only 1 eye of ender. So, this is a good one. It takes 50 mana per use. So if I just do this, doop, doop, and doop, you get the cool little things, and then it starts spinning, showing this thing is working. Now if I throw a powdered thing on it, I get 50 mana, and it gives me a powdered diamond. And if I do it again, 50 mana, and I get a powdered ender, and it gains me one more Mahu point. Which is how this whole thing will work. I'm gonna use up my mana, and then I'll build more up. I probably should have started with one of the things that gives me mana back, actually. That would have been a good idea, but this will get me most of it. So basically, what I could do is just sit here for ages, continually making emerald stuff and just tossing it in and building up other stuff. What else do I want to make right now, though? Probably something to get me more Mahu. Which one is that, though? I think there's a couple different options that get you Mahu a lot faster, but I can never remember which ones it is. Was this an alchemical one? The circle will, once a day around the time of placement, convert blocks underneath it into random other blocks of the same class. For example, dirt may become sand, diamonds may become emeralds, etc. However, this only works on natural blocks and will not work on things such as bricks or diamond blocks. It drains 16 mana from the caster per transformation. Okay, so if I were to get like a silk touch, not even a silk touch thing, that should be able to turn like iron ore into diamond ore. That's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Sadly, this will only work with vanilla stuff, I'm pretty sure. What else? Sadly, this is the only thing I have, just a whole bunch of names in a list. Ooh, hold on, contracts. I think this is important. One ender, two emeralds. When two players create their own contract circles and stand on them by, contract will be formed between the players. Contracts allow players to bypass certain effects, such as boundaries and some mystic eyes. One player need only damage the other to... Okay, no, that's not what I'm thinking of. What was I thinking of? Is it the Roais? No, that creates a large shield. There is something in here where basically I make these... forget what they're called. They're somewhere's in here. Basically, I set up a blood circle on a sheet, scroll. I'll have to make those in a moment to show them off. And then I get this thing, and then for a certain amount of Mahu, I can click that on a thing. Is it a Gias? I think it might be this. Giasa are self-imposed taboos. By placing a Gias on oneself, you can prevent yourself from doing some undesirable things. For example, using it on a player will prevent you from harming that player. Using it on a sheep will prevent you from harming any sheep. Burning a Gias scroll will remove all Giasa. Using it on a named sheep will prevent you from harming that specific sheep. Lastly, using it on an undropped item will prevent you from picking up that item. Use it without a target to see your current Giasa. Creating and removing Giasa costs 30 mana each, and having many Giasa targeting unnamed mobs will regenerate mana. This is one of the best things. I forgot about that thing almost. What do I need? Gold, iron, emerald. I have all that stuff in abundance. So basically, I'm going to make a whole bunch of spell cloth, which is just a piece of wool and a knife. And the knife, rather. Good thing I kept all this around. So, like so. That's going to get me, like, 16 spell scrolls. Am I going to kill any animals for food? Maybe. But I can bypass that, can't I? Like, I should be able to use poison or whatever, because none of my Tensura mob skills will be affected by that. So I think I should be able to just bypass that. I think I can just use this on any animal I want. So gold, iron, and emerald. I already have the emerald out. Just grab a few pieces of iron. Grab out some gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna make 8, I think. So I already have 9 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. And then from here, I should be able to just use the knife. I have this set on N, right? So. I missed there. There we go. That time it worked. And I take some damage, but it's meaningless damage. Did I do that right? I don't remember. Gyasa scroll, that worked. Emerald, gold, iron. I couldn't remember for a second if it mattered what order you did it in. Like it had to be iron, gold, emerald in that order instead of emerald, gold, iron, or whatever I'm doing. So here we have a whole bunch of Gyasa scrolls. And I'm just going to run around putting these on animals for a little bit, I think. And that should get me some extra mana regen fairly quickly. Now I just need to see if there's any alive in the area. Definitely not doing it on Barghest. think I saw some squid nearby, but I'm gonna specifically hold off on doing it on squids. I almost call it a shrimp because I don't know if I'm gonna need ink sacs for anything particular, and it would be best to avoid forcing myself from being able to use it on them. But let's see if I can't very quickly find some animals, like a sheep. That will work. Where exactly is it? Oh, here it is. It gets a little circle saying you're about to use it on this. I do. It used up 30 Mahu. And now I have a Gyasa on a sheep. So now I'll gain a little bit of extra, what's it called, Mahu every once in a while. And I'm going to do the same thing on this chicken. It just cost me Mahu to see what Gyasas I had. Didn't notice that. Give it on you. There's another one. And now I'm just going to run around looking for animals. Like if I find a donkey, I can find cows specifically. Any animals will do. I want to use it on a shrimp, on a squid. It is not a shrimp. It is a squid. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it whatever. I don't know if that took. I don't know if I had the mana for it. Chickens, sheep, squid. There we go. It's a bit finicky doing it underwater, so I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to get it on a salmon, but I can try once I have the Mahu. So I'm just going to run around doing this for a little bit. There's some cows over there, but I need mana to do it. So I'm just going to wait for mana to regen, and I'm going to do this on a whole bunch of animals and whatever I can find. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, being a demon is very good for dealing with certain individuals. Oh, I am so slow, but she can't hit me. So that's good. Oh, my Mahu regenerates so much faster. Currently, I just have it on chicken, pig, sheep, and squid. I found a cow. I thought I used it on the cow. I guess I didn't have the mana at that point. Where did that cow go? Hopefully it didn't die to like a snake or something. But apparently I managed to just like avoid Hanada altogether just by going up in the air for a minute. That works out perfectly. There's the cow. Get over here, friend. Like so. Also, my Mahu max is up to 104 now. Cow, chicken, pig, sheep, squid. You. So, what else is there? Bats. I don't think I care about bats. Except, oh no, that didn't use up all my Mahu. Wow, you're a bit annoying to hit, aren't you? Did I get you? I didn't, so now I have to wait for regen. You are not easy to form a contract with. Stay still, would you? I missed! No, I have to wait for it to regen again. Can you just like hang from the roof for a moment? Come on. Oh, you're so hard to aim at. No, I missed! No! It was a bit of lag that caused me to miss that time. Can you get stuck in the water? No, you were right overhead. How did I miss that time? I will get this. Can you stay still for 0.5 seconds, please? That's all I need. Where are you? No. I will get this. I will. I refuse to give up at this point. Hey, at least I'm training up my Mahu a little bit while I'm doing this. I will get this. I will be here all night if I have to. No, how did that miss? Really? I'll be here for a minute. I'll see you in a sec. As soon as one finally stopped, I didn't have Mahu. There we go. I can't even check to make sure it worked, but I think it used the scroll, and... Oh, finally. Hey, look, it's a regular spider spawner. What have we got? Mana Steel from Botania, Lexical Botania, all that good stuff. Might as well just take it all. Making noises like there's a spider nearby, but I don't think regular spiders can spawn. Do the big ones make the same noise and I never noticed before? They might. Interesting. But I find it took me way too long to get to get one of those bats to stay still long enough to use the thing on it. But just sort of reorganize stuff for a second. So that should be good. Maybe I should start in on Lexica at on Botania at some point. It's a mod I've never really used. Let's deal with the one mod at a time, shall we? It's in there. I thought I could have sworn I just saw something down that little cave thing. Interesting. Guess not. Heal up a second. Maybe I should have held off on healing for a moment, because I knew I was going to get some hits taken. So, we have managed to get Gios's on bat, cow, chicken, pig, sheep, and squid. If I could find a llama and a horse. I don't think I plan on fighting either of those. Sadly, a llama requires finding, a mountain. And we've only found flatland, basically. There was one mountain we saw for like a split second. I can probably use it on a goblin if there are any still kicking. I'm probably not going to be hurting any goblins anytime soon. You! Leave them alone, friend! Have to be careful, there's a Hinata somewhere nearby. I'm going to kill you in a second, but there should be... Goblin! Did you just steal that? Nope, I think I just have a, Yep, goblin right there. Got you. I was hoping to kill steal and get a skill off of it, but I guess I didn't. Oh, hi! Heal, heal! I need my backup sword. I'll be right with you. Go away. You're being a bit annoying. Probably put one on you if I could actually reach you. But, that's a good start at least. We should have a whole bunch. Spam it a couple of times. What's my mana regen like at this point? 11 goes up to 33, so now I regen 22 every few seconds. That is much better than what we were at before. Did I just see a llama in that forest? In that jungle, rather? On the map for a split second? Ooh, there's an ocelot. If I can get that, I'm not going to be fighting any of those. Maybe that's what I saw. I missed. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's, head back to the normal realm, shall we? Whoops. Didn't mean to make a portal. Okay, we're back here. And I didn't even think about a very important, very easy Gios I can make. I can just put one of these on a villager. I am never going to want to purposefully kill a villager, so this is actually only going to help me.
Hi there.
Can I do this? If I get a little farther away, there we go. Sadly, I would need to make a new one if I wanted to actually make sure it worked. But based on the fact that it used it, I should no longer be able to hurt that person. Actually, they're named. I need to make another scroll real quick. Because this might be a good thing. Because it said if I do it on a named thing, I can only... Specifically, I can no longer hit the thing with that name. All the villagers come naturally named. So, therefore, I think that should mean... Make a new Gios. I need to grab out iron and the gold so I can do it again with the mortar and pestle. So, and so. Do this, because why not? Doop, doop, and doop. Gios. I have a Gios specifically on male villager Shane. I could do one of these on every single villager and they'll count on as separate entries. That's a bit of an exploit. But do I mind using it? Because that's a lot of extra... That's a lot of extra mana for, like, no extra cost. Just a few extra scrolls setting up specific deals with each villager not to harm them. I care if it's an exploit. Because technically speaking, the villagers should all be the same entity. They're only different because if Minecraft comes alive. Let's make a couple more, shall we? I think there's a couple other villagers in town. Let's go make some deals. There's this. I'll do that to the other villagers in a moment. I think I can make... Let's make 2 more. I think that should be enough to cover all the villagers in town. Like so. And so. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, doop. Like so. There's 4 more. And I'll just do this. And let's go make a couple more deals. Interesting. They've changed tags now. Let's use up the unstacked one first. I have the one that sells me my... Get a little far away and do that. Now I have one specifically with Eugone. And I should get one specifically with Yadar. Are those the only 3 villagers left in town? I think those might be the only 3 villagers left. Most of them have jumped to their deaths or been killed by giant snakes or something. But at least for right now, that's a bit of an extra boost just because they're pre-named. Yeah, that's it. So I guess I can save these last 2 for when I find a horse and a donkey, or maybe a llama or something. I don't know specifically. I didn't get the ocelot before, but I don't know if I feel like running back to do it right now. But basically, I can just, like, spam click this. I can just... And that will use up mana, and I can just, like, run around going to do more of these. So, that's probably a pretty good starting point for it. I need to get those horses before they all die. Okay, that was actually close enough. Eugone, chicken, goblin, Shane, pig, horse, sheep, squid, Peter. And then technically speaking, I could name a bunch of sheep or something and just keep them in a pen. Could do that. That's a lot of effort for extra mana when I think I've already got like a fairly decent setup for it. As long as I don't toss that thing into fire at any point, I have extra mana regen forever. So that's probably a decent setup to start with that, and then I can just like sort of cycle through it using up as much mana and then regaining it as I can whenever I have it open to do so. Yep, every time I do that, I gain an extra Mahu max. So, yeah, that's probably a pretty good starting point for this mod, and probably a pretty good end point for this episode. So, I don't want to just kill that other worlder. I don't think I have a reason to, but something's screaming at me to kill him. Don't use that on him. I want to kill him. Come here. Come here, healer. Gotcha. So let's go home so we can do a proper outro, shall we? Unless there's just something hiding in this woods. I'm gonna have to clear out this barghest infestation and all these floating eyes. There's just so many in here. But, anyways, let's head back to base. So, we didn't die this episode. That's an improvement. Oh, I stay flying up. Stop it. All this nonsense can just get tossed away, except for you. You are not on nonsense, and I did not mean to toss you. Oh, I have a whole lot of inventory stuff to deal with. Anyways, we shall mourn Gabiru. Almost forgot he was gone now. But anyways, what I eat, I could just do that. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. Between episodes, I might do some extra magic steel mining, and I might just occasionally go like this. So we can just like waste through it. I'll start tossing a whole bunch of emeralds in this thing. So we can start building up a stockpile of some of the different types instead of focus on trying to find Ender Eyes and Eyes of Ender. Those are the main problems at this point. But anyways, I think I started this and and interrupted myself. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.